Welcome to a late night recording of Single Sunday. That's right, we're going over there. It's pretty late, so we're going to be rocking this out with some craziness. If you don't know what Single Sundays is, it's when we take our singles that we picked up, well, a new comic book day or anything like that, and read them, rank them, and tell you what we think of them. And sometimes we end up working on our pull list, which is a bunch of books that you can end up getting at your comic book shop or on your online comic book shop to make sure that you don't miss a single issue of that. Without further ado, let's dive in and go over our Single Sundays. Alright. So, coming out of the gate, we have 1 book, 2 book, 3 book, 4 books. So we have a top 4 this week in our Single Sunday. Got them all rated, got it all ranked, got it how we ended up thinking about it. So, we started off with issue number 12. Well, wait, before I say that, coming in at number 4 is issue 12 of Moon Knight by Fist of Kazu. Man, I keep on saying that name wrong. So, this had a bunch of story that went along with it. We got a little bit of development that's going over with it. But for me, it's a little lack of luster. And we're already in our top 3. So coming in at number 3, it's Jeff and the Other Marvel Tales. That's right, Tales, number 1. So this has little to no words into it, has a bunch of action, and you end up actually seeing the illustrations telling the story. Like I said, it's Jeff, ends up making a nice, fun book, and this doesn't disappoint. There's a lot of fun that you end up finding in this book, and to be honest with you, I could end up putting it to number 2 as well. But I did it. So it's just number 3. Number 2 is a book that just came out this week, and that is Batman number 1 with its new creative team. Who's that? Well, that's Matt Fraction, Jorge Corrales, but I have to say, it has some stuff going on. It just didn't catch my interest. But this is also the kids' book. And stay tuned because feature content, nice little short. We got Blind Bag that we ended up picking up. So that way I ended up still having an issue because, like I said, that's the kiddos' book. And our number 1 book is also a new book that came out this week. And that is by J.M. DeMatteis, Spider-Man 94, issue number 1. That's right, this continues on where the show ended up stopping, and we ended up finding out what's going on. So this is hopefully going to bridge the gap between Spider-Man 94 and X-Men 97. That's going to hopefully bridge that gap to be able to find out what exactly happened and how did the happy couple get back together. Alright, so that covers the singles that we have. Coming in at number 1, Spider-Man 94, issue number 1. Number 2, Batman, issue number 1. It's Jeff and the Mini Tales is number 3. And number 4 is going to be Moon Knight. So, let's talk about the poll real quick. What we have with the poll, we have nothing being added on. Spider-Man 94 would be on that list, but we're going to also make the rule of you have to read 3 issues before we ended up adding it to the poll. A few other books last month got lucky to be able to get around that. But we're going to try sticking to it because, well, plus I think it's a mini-series. I'm not exactly sure. But if we end up still liking it and getting into it, we'll end up adding that to the poll. The stuff coming off the poll, well, we don't really have anything that's on the radar yet. So we're not going to drop anything this month. We're going to read the books, be able to figure out what we ended up wanting to drop, what we want to add. Maybe within a couple months we'll end up actually doing some kind of actions like that. What do you think of the series? Let us know down in the comments down below. And if you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.